Hello and welcome to Psychiatra, a podcast by Student Council of School of Vedic Sciences at MIT-ADT University. I am your host Rohit Tale, and today joining us is Miss Vaishali Akhade, a college counselor at MIT-ADT University, as with a background of psychologist at Gyani Skill Development and a program coordinator at Mind Efficient. So let's dive into this enriching conversation. So, ma'am, can you explain what is your role as a college counselor?
Okay. As a college counselor, my basic role is to provide support, psychological support and guidance to students who come to me with the problems or the issues they are facing in their day-to-day life. To provide them the safe space that they need to open up and a third person's perspective that sometimes is really very important for them to hear. So yes, this is my basic role.
What role do you think college plays in shaping a student's identity from psychological perspective?
A very important role, I think. As we say, after family, school is a second home for a kid. Similarly, college becomes a second home. College is a transformative phase. Here, students explore their roles, their responsibilities, their values, their virtues, their identity. It is a first step towards independence is what I think. So college becomes a laboratory for students. So they test and experience the values and beliefs that they have grown up with, and then carry forward with them the modified version of it in the future.
So, what do you think integral well-being plays role in that?
Okay. Um, Integral well-being. Like when we speak of integral well-being, it basically means holistic well-being. So it demonstrates the best, beautiful balance between mind and body. It includes all the aspects of an individual's life, like physical, mental, cognitive, emotional, spiritual, as well as self esteem, self concept of a person, self identity. Um, when it comes to counseling or into therapy, integrated approach not only focuses on treating the symptoms but also nurtures the holistic well-being of a person.
So, do you think traditional psychological approach with mindfulness or somatic practices?
Yes, it is important. Rather than important, I would say it is beneficial and helpful for a psychologist as well as the client. Because when we say integrated approaches, the main aim of the integrated approaches or the focus is to start with small. So rather than directly diving into the depth of the problem that the person have approached for, we start with the other aspects revolving around the individual's life which have been affected because of the problem, like being the social aspect, the relationships, the friendships, then daily routine as in the sleep cycle, the diet. So when we start with these small steps, it gives the client or the person in front of a psychologist confidence that something positive or some positive change they are able to see, and which actually motivates and encourages them to stay in the long healing journey that they are going to go through.
Uh, what are some common mental challenges people face? How can integral well-being help and address them?
Okay, so I'll speak with my experience. What students from the MIT campus come with the problems to me are mostly anxiety issues, relationship issues, adjustmental issues, suicidal attempts, suicidal thoughts, and burnout, stress. So these are the basic problems that they come with to me. And when speaking of integrated approach, So as I earlier mentioned, it is to start with small. It is to focus on the other aspects, right? Also, for example, if we take a person experiencing issues related to anxiety, so rather than diving into the cognitive aspect of it, we can start with the behavioral aspect first, or the physical aspect first, physical symptoms that that a person experiences when they are going through an anxiety attack. So through this, maybe we can teach them mindfulness techniques, small breathing techniques like box breathing, visual imagery, or grounding techniques that helps them to calm themselves down in a situation where it gets triggered, which actually helps further in the sessions, therapeutic sessions as well.
So, do you think community-based psychological programs can be more effective than one-on-one therapy in some cases? Like,
Okay, so which therapy would be good or which not depends individually. Depends how the individual responds to the therapy, how severe the symptoms are, what the problem is. But as you said, yes, community based programs can definitely help in some cases more than individual sessions. Also, community programs like peer groups, then group therapy, or art based therapy sessions, then psychoeducational workshops, these all can be very helpful. People who find healing in a journey often realizing that they are not alone, they are the ones who mostly benefit from the community circles. So realizing that there are other people who are going through or who are facing similar issues like them, and they are not alone in this, helps them a lot. So it also helps, community circles also helps in reducing the stigma that the person, the individual facing a problem himself or herself might have regarding the problem. So yes, this is how it might help.
so as we are going, what does the path to becoming a licensed professional counselor typically look like, and what key qualification or steps are required along the way?
Okay, so the journey begins with having a bachelor's degree in psychology, then pursuing your master's either in counseling psychology or clinical psychology. And after master's in both clinical or counseling, you can practice as a counseling psychologist. And ones who actually want to work in core clinical sectors in hospitals or with patients who are diagnosed with severe mental disorders, they have to pursue MPhil, which has been renamed as Masters in Clinical Psychology right now, or PsyD, wherein after the course they get the RCI registered license, and then they can start their own practice or work in a hospital or a rehabilitation center if they want.
So there is so much of confusion that counseling and clinical psychology is same. So what can you explain the difference between both of them?
Okay, so there are a lot of similarities between these two fields, so getting confused is very obvious, but the major difference, or the majorly where these both fields differ, is the scope. So counseling psychologists work with people or individuals who come up with problems like day-to-day problems like burnout, stress, then minor anxiety issues, then adjustmental problems, family problems, marriage counseling, all of these things. When it comes to clinical psychologists, they deal with diagnosing and treating the individual suffering from severe mental health disorders, which are all included in the ICDs and DSM. Then when we talk about the therapeutic sessions, clinical psychologists, sorry, yeah. So when we talk about therapeutic sessions, clinical side, the therapeutic sessions are very intensive and they take a long time to like heal maybe, And when it comes to counseling psychologists, the therapeutic sessions are short term. Yeah. Also, the counseling psychologist can use screening tools to screen the symptoms that the person is suffering through. But when it comes to clinical psychologists, they are ethically allowed to use diagnostic assessments or psychometric assessments for the diagnosis of the patient.
So there are some misconceptions or misleading beliefs about counseling that prevent people from seeking help. So how do you think we can work to change that narrative of people?
Okay, so misconceptions are basically because of lack of awareness and lack of importance given to mental health as compared to all the other aspects, or specifically speaking, physical health of a person. Right, so there is a big stigma that therapy is for weak people, or maybe when we say psychological problem or mental health disorders, people usually imagine a mental health asylum only, where psychologists work and the people there are treated. So this is not the case, as we know. There are people above zero as well, as in we say in positive psychology, who also sometimes require help, who also require a third person point of view, which helps them to make a path and walk on that path and walk on the healing journey towards it, to reach their full potential, or as we say in psychology, to achieve self actualization. How can we tackle it? Maybe like many people nowadays are doing it using social medias, spreading awareness about the importance between mental health. How can we create a balance between physical and mental health, and how it is equally important to the physical health. Conducting workshops, conducting psychoeducational workshops, awareness workshops is what I think helps, obviously. And yeah, that's it.
So from a guest perspective, this reminds us the healing is not about quick fix. It's about creating space for awareness, empathy, and self-discovery. Thank you for being with us up till now. Like, share, and subscribe.